Hello, sassy sirens. Welcome back to your favorite channel where not only are we a little bit sassy, but we also highlight our favorite and our worst cup from the Starbucks collections. If you can tell by the colors that I'm wearing, by the colors in this video, that today we're going to gossip specifically about the 2022 Starbucks Valentine Cup collection. Now, you guys know that the Valentine collection is typically one of my favorites. Between that and the holiday collection, the holiday releases, those typically, I bounce back and forth between, those being, just to be fair, we'll say those are my top favorite collections is holiday and Valentine. Valentine, it's easy enough to know why that's my favorite collection. You guys have heard me say it once, you've heard me say it twice, and you'll continue to hear me say it. Pink's my favorite color. So the Valentine releases typically have a lot of pink, a lot of red, and I actually really love pink and red together as well. So we've got a couple fun surprises that are going to pop up in this collection, and we'll talk about that momentarily. But before we go too far down the path, if you are liking this content, you're liking our gossip about all things Starbucks, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, and also sign up for those notifications, because you guys know on the Sassy Siren, we do a lot of giveaways. Those giveaways are time bound. So if you're not being notified when a video drops, then you might watch the video too late and your name gets called out and you missed the deadline, and then you missed your fun giveaway. So subscribe to this channel and hit that alert button so that way when a video drops, you do know about it and you know about it first. Now, without further ado, let's get after this Starbucks Valentine's 2022 collection, shall we? We're going to start here at the very top. This was a very coveted cup. It's a Kaleidoscope Cup. I'm just a little bit dusty because I also have not used it. It's been kind of sitting in a box for a couple of months waiting for me to shoot this video. So this is the Kaleidoscope Valentine, and it's matte. And if you look up close, you can see the floating hearts that's in the cup as well. And it's the standard $19.95 that we're used to. I got mine at a Starbucks inside of a Jewel, and when these released, they released them pretty deep. So meaning that the store I went to had a whole bunch of them. So if this is a cup that you liked, you should have had no problem getting your hands on it. I don't think I really see too many of these sold in the aftermarket either, probably because people know that when the demand is there, when the supply is there for a cup, there is no need for you to go to the aftermarket and pay a whole bunch of money for it, because you're able to easily find it in a Starbucks and pay the standard $20 for it. So hopefully those of you who really like this cup, you should have been able to find it, because anytime I went into a store, they were also being sold. Did I see these? I think I did see these in Starbucks that were inside of Targets as well. But anytime I went in a store and saw them, the store had a lot of them. So you should not have had a hard time getting your hands on this one. But very cute. I love how in the inside it's got the floating hearts. It absolutely screams Valentine's. The red says it all. The hearts say it all. And it was definitely on my list when I saw the catalog of what cups were coming out. It was definitely on my list of a cup that I had to get. Now, this next one here in the middle is a jeweled Starbucks cup, and this is a Valentine's cup. However, this was a China release. As soon as I saw it, I just loved it. I thought it was very, very cheeky, so I had to get it. This little thing at the top, this jewel comes with the cup. So this is not something that I added to the cup. It came with the cup. It takes a little bit to take off and on, but I did want to take it off just so I can show you. It's meant to be like a jewel, and it reminds me of like an engagement rock. Look how big it is. So like if you were to get engaged, the whole idea is that your fiance is going to give you a glaring jewel, But so when I saw it, I had to get it. The internal of the cup is pink. So hopefully you can see yeah, you can see it. The light's there, but you can see it pretty well. That cylinder that's in the inside is a fading pink. So that's what makes the cup this like silver and pink, if you will. Again, this is a China release, so I did have to order it and have it shipped to me. And what I like about the jewel is it's really tight on the straw there, so you don't have to worry about losing it, because I think that's important, because it is a really cute added effect to it. So this is again a Starbucks 2022 release for Valentine, but it was for China. And this one is another one that I really liked, coming in at $18.95. It's matte. It's got all these flowers in it, so it's heavily patterned, which I like. The top they chose to put on, that's actually a purple top, and it works. Like, it really works for this cup. And I remember seeing it and just saying to myself, I've got to have this, because it's very, like, it really stands out with this matte fabrication, but then the really large and loud flowers. It just really came together. Whoever decided to put the purple top on it got it right, because it's odd that you put a purple top on a red cup, but it really fits. So another cup that I got that I really like. And then, as you guys know, I've really been getting into these like water bottles as of lately. Now this one is a glass one. It is part of their recycled collection, which I think it's a good idea that Starbucks is doing that. I think it's really getting the attention of people who are very eco-friendly. I wouldn't say that I'm super eco-friendly, but I definitely try my hardest when I can to really focus on how I treat the environment and how I treat the world that we live in. So they're doing a lot of this recycled type of product, and this didn't disappoint, right? It's red at the top and then pink at the bottom here. Again, this is glass, hence why you see him holding it with two hands to make sure it doesn't slip and fall and crack. I've not used it as of yet. That's why that little Starbucks little instruction thing is still in there, because I have not use this as of yet. And the top is just that very cherry red. And when you're thinking, because you may be saying to yourself, what color red is this? It's very much so a cherry red. So it's meant to be very bright, very loud, very in your face. And then it becomes very gradient and then goes to pink. And then what happens is it's deep red, light pink, brighter, bright, right? So it's meant to really go that color scheme, and it looks very gorgeous in person. Price point is $22.95, so didn't bother me too much to pick this up. I think $22.95 is it's a good price point. It's when we start to get to that $24.95 when I start really looking sideways, like, ooh, wait a minute, now Starbucks, you're doing too much. And we've also started to see cups that they've released that are in the $30 range. I remember seeing a cup not too long ago that was like $32.95, and I was like, ooh, wait a minute, Starbucks, I don't know if I want to give you $32.95 for one cup. But $22.95 for this cup I thought was very much so worth it. Now this next cup, very interesting. It's all about the siren. Like, she's on it. She's in this like mystical land, it looks like. And to be honest with you, it looks like she's kind of trying to find her way out, right? Like, Starbucks, I know you're trying to go with having the siren on some of your cups a lot, but make sure whatever she's doing on the cup, it ain't looking real concerning, because it does look like she's lost in these trees and she's trying to get out of there. So I got it again because it's pink. It's also translucent. I don't know if you can tell that with, from this video, but it is translucent. So if you hold it up, it's very much so see-through. And I really liked that about it. It was $18.95, so price point was something I was okay with. And again, being that it was pink, it stood out for me. So I know when I saw it, I immediately grabbed it off the shelf and said, oh yeah, I need that cup, because even though it's just the siren on it, which I wonder, we see a lot of cups in the spring collection that have the siren on it like this. And while I don't mind it every now and again, Starbucks, don't make that a habit, right? Don't make it a habit to just have the siren like on all of these cups everywhere, because it's I think the way you've had it before, where it's just here in the center and we, you know, see her flair and see her flavor, totally fine. Don't make the cup all about the siren, right? Let's not go down that path where you have all of these collections that are just about the siren. Do it every now and again. Don't do it like constantly. So let's not make that a thing. Okay, that's my little PSA to you, Starbucks. And next is our pink lemonade studded, right? Pretty much every season now, Starbucks is releasing a studded because they know how much people love it, how crazy they're going over it. This is the jellied pink lemonade studded. It also came in a grande. I don't have it because you guys know I'm not a grande cup type of person, so when I see those cups I just leave them there. This was also another one that you should have been able to easily get. I saw this kind of everywhere, whether if I was in a Starbucks, whether if I was in a Starbucks in Target or a Starbucks in Jewel, I saw this everywhere, and I saw really high quantities of it. So you should not have had a problem getting your hands on this one. I will say it was a little disappointing. I couldn't get the cute little tiny keychain, so I was not able to find that. So I'll probably kind of stock it on the aftermarket and see if I can find it for a reasonable price. Because I do like, you know, pink is my color, but I also like the little small little keychain too that kind of, you know, comes with it. I have a lot of little keychains sitting here. We're on this, you can't see it in the video, but this is my coffee area right here where like my Keurig is and all of my coffee cups, and then I keep my little keychains there as a little display, just because they look cute. So I'll have to look for the pink lemonade keychain because I do want that one because I enjoyed that one. Now this cup, there is a story to this cup, and some of you will know the story to the cup because you were hearing me talk about this last year. So this is not a 2022 Valentine Cup. This is a Starbucks 2021 Valentine Cup Target exclusive. When this came out, I was not able to get my hands on it. The day of this release, I had agreed to help someone with something. So I could not go to my Target to get it, and because I had to go and help that individual. This cup, and I gotta tell you, I'm gonna tell y'all something, Sassy Sirens. I regret helping that person and not going to get this cup. Yeah, I'm gonna be real honest with you. Okay, because that's how much I love this cup. So when I started seeing people post and talk about this on social media, and I realized I missed my opportunity, I was feeling away. Okay, so all I kept thinking was, you know what, that person better never ask me to do them a favor again. Never. Because me going and helping them is what made me miss this cup when it came out. And the reason that, you know, this is so important is because this cup came out with an extremely limited release. Okay, so stores that did get it, not a lot of stores got it, but the ones that did only got 4 or 5 of them. So once I realized what happened, I knew I couldn't go back and get it because they weren't going to have it, right? And I was very sad. I was stocking it in the aftermarket, but it was way too expensive because people understood the diamond in the rough that they had, right? They knew they had a very limited released product. They knew people were going to really want it. So I was seeing it posted online for like $150. And I was like, no way, Jose, we not doing it, right? So it's very, very sad. Fast forward a year later, someone actually bought this for me this year for Valentine's Day. And it put a heart on my soul, on my spirit. I did tell them, do not tell me how much you paid for this because I don't want to know. Because I am very sure that they paid an arm and a leg for it. And I don't want to know. I don't want to be complicit in whatever it is they paid some aftermarket seller for this, because I'm sure it was a price that I would have dropped dead and refused to pay. But I am very glad I have it. So hearts and kisses to that person, because so a year later I was able to get one of these. It's the 2021 Starbucks Valentine's Cup limited release from Target, and it's the color, it's pink and then it's frosted, so it's light pink and then it goes to red, and it's just super gorgeous. If you were able to get your hands on one of these last year, tell us in the comment. Like I'm really interested, because I don't know anyone personally who was able to get their hands on this in the actual store and pay the actual $18.95 for this. But to the folks who got their hands on it and sold it, typically I am not a fan of people who do the price gouging that way, but I absolutely appreciate that you understood what you had in your possession, because this was a limited release cup and people wanted it. So the demand was high and the supply was low. So I actually have some appreciation for folks who were posting this and selling it for $150. I don't like when people post cups that are not that difficult to find and then they post it for $100. So you'll see that a lot with like the studded cups, where now you're able to easily find studded cups. So it drives me nuts when I see a cup like this pink lemonade and people are selling it on eBay for $100, and I'm like, please people, don't do that. Don't buy it because you can find it. But this I appreciated because you just weren't able to find it. So kudos to those folks who made a killing selling that cup. Let's see, let's keep our good times rolling. So this cup down here is, again, very much so clear that it's a Valentine's cup. There's our floating hearts at the bottom, and it's the warm coffee cup. And I like these because their price points are attractive to me. They're $12.95. I've started collecting more of these, and you guys have probably seen a lot more of these in my collections as of recently, just because I like that you can, when you're on the go and you're on the run, you're doing grocery shopping, running errands, and you've got your coffee, you can pour it in this. They're not glass, so if something was to happen, you dropped it, it wouldn't be the end of the world. So I have been collecting a lot more of these as of lately, especially when they catch my eye, and this one obviously did, because I just love the floating hearts. Similar to how this one has the floating hearts, I really loved it. That's kind of what they were going for with this particular collection. And speaking of floating hearts, here's a double wall. We didn't see a lot of double walls come out for Valentine's, but that's all this is just floating hearts going across it. $19.95 standard price point that we know and love from double walls. Again, double walls always a soft spot in my heart for double walls. So the floating heart one was a no-brainer. I had to obviously pick this up because I also like the double walls that scream Valentine's Day, and that one definitely screams it. And then our last cup over here, can I get it? Can I reach it? Can I get it? Let's see. Did I get it? I did get it. Now, before I talk about this cup, because this is a interesting one, I do want to take a second to do a quick giveaway, because what would it be if we didn't do a Valentine themed giveaway? The funny thing about this cup is this cup did not actually release during Valentine. This is a summer 2021 Kaleidoscope Cup. It's that pearl pink. To date, this is my favorite Kaleidoscope Cup. One, it's pink, and two, I think the pearled material really is a sight for sore eyes. So we're gonna go ahead and raffle off this pink marbled Kaleidoscope Cup. And the way we're going to raffle it off is I talk about a lot of cups that I like, or this or that, my top 5, or but I have said in a few videos, and I've actually filmed a video where I specifically talk about my #1 favorite cup. I have hundreds of cups, as I've been collecting since I think 2014. I have hundreds of cups, but there is one cup that I own that is my favorite cup, my number one favorite cup. I mentioned it in a couple videos. I have talked about it specifically in the video that it's also highlighted in. So you guys have seen it before because it's in a video. I talk about it and I say, hey, this is my favorite cup and this is why it's my number one favorite cup. So whoever drops in the comments which cup that is, right? So you have to say what cup it is so that way it's clear that you know which one it is, will receive this pink marbled Kaleidoscope Cup from summer 2021. So whoever drops that in the comments, we're going to give you 7 days to do that, okay? 7 days to tell us what my number one favorite Starbucks cup is. And whoever identifies that, it's going to get this lovely giveaway. You know we love giving away things here on the Sassy Sirens. I've given away quite a few cups before, and I always love when people tell me how excited they are they were able to add that cup to their collection. This cup was also a limited release. It was not easy to find. But I have one, and then this is a duplicate. So this is brand new. It's never been used. I have one in my personal collection that I've used that's in my collection, and this is an extra duplicate that I have. So good luck. Hopefully you guys are able to remember what that favorite cup is and drop that in the comments. We're going to keep this giveaway open for 7 days, and the winner will get that cup. Now back to our regularly scheduled program. The last cup in the Valentine's collection is this insulated, it's a vacuum insulated tumbler, which I have started collecting more of these. I don't get a lot of them because, so this one's only $22.95. Oh, well, you know why this one's $22.95 is because this is 16 ounces. Normally they're 24 ounces, so they'll be either $24.95 or even $26.95. I've seen them sometimes. So I don't typically get a lot of these just because they're kind of pricey. I'm trying to make sure that this one didn't have a mark on it. It's just the sticker that's on it. But this, like, what do we call it? Aluminum foil looking kind of texture material. Maybe is that what we're calling it? I don't know. Very gorgeous. Like the color, like in person, I cannot speak enough about how beautiful the color of this is in person. And the other thing I like about the vacuum insulated is they're very low key about how they brand it. So we don't see the siren, in the center like we normally do. We also don't see the Starbucks written vertically like we normally do with, okay, so this one has a siren, so it's not written vertically. I think it's written vertically on this one. Yeah, so you see how the Starbucks is written vertically on that. We don't see either one of those types of brandings. We get a really small dime size siren right here at the bottom of the cup, and that's the only branding that we have to know that this is a Starbucks cup. So I really appreciate that about how they low-key brand these cups. But really gorgeous, very much so worth it. If you see it on a shelf, get it because the color is so beautiful. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed this collection. I did really enjoy this Starbucks Valentine's collection. I would have liked to see some more double walls, but that's how I say that all the time, that hey, Starbucks, do some more with double walls. But outside of that, I really did enjoy this Valentine's collection. So I'm going to give Starbucks an A, not an A+, but I'm going to give them an A. You would have got an A+ if you had more double walls. But I think this was pleasantly, it was a very pleasant release. So good job, Starbucks, on your 2022 Valentine's collection. That's all I have for you on the Sassy Siren for this particular video. Again, if you're enjoying this content, please subscribe to the channel, hit that alert button so that way you can be notified when videos are coming out, and then you can get a head start on winning some of the cups that I like to give away on this channel. And again, drop me a comment, tell me what cup did you enjoy. Tell me if you were able to get this particular Starbucks cup last year when it came out. And until the next video, you know what I'm gonna tell you to do, because it's what I do every day. Stay sassy.